True power doesn't always speak loudly. Sometimes it shows up in the quiet choices no one sees, but everyone feels later. A Sigma woman doesn't need to shout to prove she matters. Her power is calm, but it changes everything around her. Most people don't notice how strong she is until it's already too late. Until she's changed the mood, ended a toxic cycle, or simply walked away without saying a word. She doesn't rely on labels, trends, or outside praise. She knows who she is, even if no one else gets it. That's what makes her strong in a quiet and powerful way. She's not afraid of being misunderstood. She stays calm when people leave. She doesn't try to fit into roles that don't suit her. Instead, she watches, adjusts, and keeps building in silence. If you're that kind of woman, the one who doesn't need to be seen to make an impact, then remember this: your strength is rare, but it's also very real. Welcome to Time-Tested Advice, where ancient philosophy meets the modern world. I'm your host, Alfred. Let's get started. You keep rising even when people count you out. You know when to speak and when to let your actions speak for you. That kind of control takes time to earn. This isn't about meeting others' standards. It's about owning your quiet strength. A Sigma woman doesn't just live differently, she leads differently. And once you realize that, you'll never doubt yourself again. If this message speaks to something inside you, if it reminds you of who you are deep down, click subscribe and tap the bell. This space is for people like you, ready to grow, heal, and stand strong. Let's begin. She's not begging for a place, she's building her own space. There's power in a woman who stops trying to fit in. While others struggle to be part of something, she's already moved on, with focus, not anger. She doesn't care to be noticed. She's too busy building something solid. She doesn't chase titles or attention. That's not her way. She works quietly, making bold moves that others are too scared to even think about. While most follow the rules, she studies the system and questions if it's even worth playing. She's not here to prove anything. She already knows her worth. She's not interested in being accepted if it means shrinking herself. Her space isn't built with walls. It's built with boundaries, standards, and vision. And no, it's not for everyone. That's the point. She doesn't need to be reachable by all, just unforgettable to the right ones. Her power doesn't shout, it grows slowly, while others focus on noise. She becomes the example. She doesn't just leave the system, she redesigns it quietly, with purpose. And by the time others notice, she's already too far ahead. She never needed a seat at their table. She was always meant to build something lasting, real, and untouchable. She becomes the person she can count on. While some wait to be rescued, the Sigma woman is already becoming her own hero. Every scar, every lonely night, every hard moment, she used them as fuel. Most would break, but she studied her pain and built herself back up. She knows what it feels like to be left alone, but instead of falling apart, she turned that into strength. Her independence is real. It's not for show. She doesn't ignore feelings, she just doesn't let them control her. When life gets hard, she doesn't run to others, she returns to herself. That's not pride, it's wisdom learned through pain. She doesn't say, "I need saving." She knows the world doesn't always help. So she sharpened her mind, made her heart stronger, and set clear limits. Her strength shows in her calm during chaos, her focus during confusion, and her quiet bounce back. She's not cold, she's careful. She's trained herself to survive with grace. That's why she never waits for help, because she already became her own rescue. She changes her life quietly. She doesn't waste time on comebacks or online drama. Her silence isn't weakness, it's her strategy. When life knocks her down or people lie, she doesn't explain or fight. She simply starts rebuilding, quietly, consistently. While others brag about their growth, she lets her work speak. She doesn't care about revenge. She outgrows the mess. When people gossip, she stays silent. Her energy is too valuable. Instead, she turns inward and builds a version of herself that no one saw coming. She's not out to impress. She's out to grow. She doesn't live in the past. She learns from it and moves forward. She's not changing for attention. She's changing for peace. And that's what makes her unforgettable. She doesn't just survive. She evolves so deeply that the old version of her fades away. Not for the world's praise, but for her own freedom. She heals to become sharper, not softer. Some heal just to feel better. A Sigma heals to become better. Her healing isn't about comfort, it's about facing pain and learning from it. She doesn't try to be who she used to be, she aims to become stronger and wiser. She doesn't turn pain into something pretty to show off. She heals in private, with depth, honesty, and purpose. She asks, "What now?" Not, "Why me?" For her, healing doesn't mean becoming soft. It means coming out with sharper instincts and clearer vision. Pain doesn't make her cold. It makes her wise. She uses it as armor. Every wound becomes a lesson. Every letdown becomes a warning. Every betrayal sharpens her instincts. She doesn't just bounce back, she returns with a better plan and stronger boundaries. She doesn't heal to feel safe. She heals to become unstoppable. She survives emotional emptiness without begging for love. There's strength in staying whole when no one supports you. A Sigma woman knows this well. She's felt the emptiness and turned it into power. She doesn't beg for love or attention. She doesn't perform to be seen. She finds worth in herself even when no one is cheering. While others crumble in silence, she stands tall in it. She didn't learn self-love out of pride. She learned it to survive. When people grow distant, she doesn't chase. When love is missing, she doesn't shrink. She builds peace inside herself that doesn't depend on others. She's not cold. She's just careful where she gives her heart. She walks away, not to punish, but to protect her calm. She doesn't need connection to feel whole. She chooses it only when it's real. That strength? You can't fake it. It's earned through pain and made of peace. She doesn't use pain to gain sympathy. She turns it into clarity. Some people show their pain to get comfort, not her. She doesn't tell her story for pity. She uses it for direction. Every betrayal, every silent night, every moment of hurt, she studied them all. Not to feel sorry, but to make sure she never gets hurt the same way again. Her pain isn't a weapon. It's a guide. It tells her what to avoid, who to stay away from, and what no longer deserves her energy. Her pain made her smart, not bitter. She reacts calmly where others panic. She's always thinking ahead. And the most powerful part? You won't even see it. Her wounds are hidden, woven into her strength. She doesn't say she's unbreakable. She lives like she is. She uses everything she's been through, not to get back at others, but to stay ahead with clarity and purpose. She forgives you, but never lets you close again. When a Sigma lets go, it's quiet. No big fight, no final speech, just silence. You might think she's still hurt, but really, she's clear. She's already healed, already forgiven. What she hasn't done, and won't, is reopen the door you misused. She doesn't hold grudges. They take too much energy. She uses that energy to grow instead. Forgiveness is private. Trust, that's earned. Once it's broken, she doesn't rebuild. it's over. Her silence is her boundary. She's not being rude, she's protecting herself. If you took her kindness for weakness, you won't get another chance. You won't get closure or explanations, just her quiet absence. That's her power. She doesn't need drama to leave. She just walks, and when she's gone, you'll feel it. Not because she made noise, but because no one will ever match the calm strength you once ignored. She doesn't show off her power. She uses it wisely. A Sigma woman doesn't brag. She doesn't need to. While others talk, she moves quietly. Her power isn't in being the loudest. It's in knowing when to act and where to focus her energy. She doesn't waste her strength proving herself. She observes, plans, and acts at the right time. She can walk away in silence and still win. Her results speak for her. Her power flows quietly like a steady current, focused and calm. That's what makes her dangerous in the best way. She doesn't fight over little things. She doesn't waste time. She stays clear, makes moves when it matters, and leaves no mess behind. She moves with purpose, not ego. Her wins aren't loud, but they are unforgettable. She watches everything, but only steps in when it matters. She doesn't waste energy on every problem. She doesn't jump into every fight. She watches, listens, and waits. Her silence isn't absence, it's awareness. While others talk for attention, she gathers information. She studies people's actions and patterns. She's not cold, she's smart. She waits for the right moment, then makes one move that changes everything. Not because she's louder, but because she's smarter. She never shows all her cards. People don't even know she's playing until she's already won. Her strength is in her timing. She lets others act first, then steps in with clear, sharp choices. Her moves are clean and powerful. She's not here to make noise. She's here to make impact. And when she does, everyone feels it, even if she never raises her voice. She knows how to be alone without falling apart. Most people fear being alone, not her. She finds strength in solitude. She doesn't feel lonely. She feels clear. While others try to fill the silence, she uses it to grow. She listens to her thoughts, rebuilds her focus, and finds her direction again. She doesn't need company to feel whole. She's her own home. She doesn't waste time with harmful distractions. She uses that time to plan, learn, and grow. Her quiet time isn't empty. It's powerful. She doesn't lose herself in silence. She finds herself there. People wonder how she stays centered without constant attention. That's her secret. She knows herself so deeply that being alone brings her peace, not fear. She returns to solitude, not to hide, but to get stronger. And when she comes back, she's clearer, calmer, and even more grounded. She's not hard to get. She's hard to earn. You can't win her over with fake charm or smooth talk. She's not playing games. She just knows her worth. She's not cold. She's just careful. She's been through enough to know what she needs and what she won't settle for. Her standards are quiet, but strong. She's not judging you. She's just protecting her peace. She's not into shallow attention or short-term connection. If you want to be close to her, you have to be real. And real is rare. She sees through fake effort. What she needs is honesty, purpose, and self-awareness. She doesn't care how badly you want her. She's watching how well you know yourself. She's not asking for perfection, just truth. She doesn't want to be chased. She wants to be met with calm, clarity, and no games. She's not here to be won over. She's here to be respected. If that feels like too much, then you're not ready. But if you are, if you really see her, you'll understand she was never hard to get. She was just too real for anything less than full-hearted connection. She can feel your real intention behind your words. Compliments don't easily impress her, not because she's closed off, but because she listens deeper. A Sigma woman hears your words, but also your tone, timing, and energy. She's already reading between the lines before you finish speaking. Tell her she's beautiful. She'll wonder why you said it now. Praise her mind. She'll be asking whether you mean it. She's not paranoid. She's trained to hear what's hidden. She's been hurt before, so now she pays attention. She doesn't rely on flattery to feel worthy. She already knows she is. If your words aren't real, she'll feel it and pull back without a word. She's not guarded. She's aware. Her energy is filtered. Realness gets through. Anything fake gets ignored. You can't charm her. You have to be honest. Because she doesn't just hear your compliment, she feels your truth. She protects her energy like it's her most valuable asset. A Sigma woman knows her energy is limited, so she guards it carefully. She doesn't say yes just to please people. She doesn't overextend herself just to seem helpful. She's kind, but not at the cost of her peace. She knows how to say no without guilt, and how to walk away from anything that drains her. Her day isn't filled with things she doesn't believe in. She chooses her time and her company with intention. She doesn't let guilt trap her in places she's outgrown, and she doesn't let fear keep her where her soul is shrinking. While others burn out trying to be everything to everyone, she stays rooted by being true to herself first. She's not selfish, she's selective. She gives her time to what truly matters, and she gives her heart to those who've earned it. She doesn't chase, she doesn't cling, she flows. And if she has to let go to stay balanced, she will. That kind of emotional discipline, it's rare. It's not just self-care, it's self-respect. She's not trying to save every sinking ship. She's building her own vessel and making sure it stays afloat. Because when her energy is protected, her power grows. And that's how she shows up fully, calm, clear, and completely unstoppable. She sees solitude as preparation, not punishment. A Sigma female treats alone time as sacred. She doesn't just pass the time, she uses it. When the world goes quiet, she leans in. She uses those moments to reconnect with her goals, clean up her thoughts, and check in with her truth. She doesn't waste time comparing her life to others. She focuses on building her own. She knows that growth doesn't always happen in crowds. It happens in silence, in deep thinking, in honest self-reflection. While others fear being alone, she treats it like a reset button. It's where she hears her own voice the clearest. It's where she makes her biggest changes. And that's the secret to her calm. She doesn't need constant company to feel alive. She's already in tune with her purpose. And when she does step out again, she brings something fresh with her. Wisdom, direction, strength. People may think she disappeared, but really, she was preparing. That's why her comeback never needs an announcement. She returns stronger because she never stopped growing. Alone time doesn't weaken her, it sharpens her. And when the world sees her again, she's not just back, she's evolved. Real strength is quiet. It doesn't need to be loud, it just becomes impossible to ignore. If you saw yourself in these words, then know this: you're not just strong, you're rare. A Sigma woman isn't defined by how many people follow her or how loudly she speaks. She's defined by her deep self-awareness, her clear view of the world, and her ability to stay grounded even when everything burns around her. You don't need the world to name you. You already know who you are. You protect your peace without pushing others away. You walk away without revenge. You choose growth without noise. That's not weakness, it's wisdom. That's your gift. You weren't made to follow trends, chase praise, or play roles that don't fit. You were made to lead your own path, walk with purpose, and make your mark without needing approval. Your silence speaks, your choices speak, your presence speaks. So keep choosing yourself. Keep growing quietly, keep building what only you can. Your power isn't just in what people see, it's in what they feel when you're near. And that's what makes you unforgettable. If these words touched your heart, comment below. Powerful. Thanks for watching till the end. Your support truly means the world to me. Together, we will forge a path of nothing but peace and happiness. This has been your host, Alfred. I'll see you in the next one. Same time tomorrow. Until next time.